Welcome to P3 Radio.
The monkey only dances as good as the guy grinding the organ handle.
Brother.
I fly, bro. That is never stopping.
Truck goes to Dwayne.
Cool story, bro.
Footy pajamas.
Hey, genius, it's 2 p.m. Central.
PG3 Radio.
Here's your host, Josh Friday,
Get him off pig, Freddy.
Get him on big, Richard Mullican.
And as I put you down, my pants ripped.
It's showtime! It's showtime! It's showtime!
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of P3 Radio. I'm Richard Mullican, joined by my co-host, the man that, if he had 24 roses, would it change your mind? He's the 1983 Mr. Dixie Youth Grand Champion and best friend Josh Brawley. Say, hey, Josh.
Roses? Who the fuck are you kidding? I'm only coming with this here, man. How you doing?
Pretty good. Episode 255, Josh. 255. We've been doing this almost 5 years now. You believe that?
That's a long fucking time. About as long as your dog barking during this whole goddamn thing. Oh my God! What is he barking
I even
at?
shut the window so he couldn't see.
I
He's a barker.
He is.
We should have named him Bob because he's a barker. Who's Native American? Did you ever realize that?
Really?
Bob Barker
That
is
cool.
Makes sense if you see him and you think about it, because he has features like a Native American person would.
Okay, here we go again.
No, it's nothing like
3
that.
weeks in a row.
No, I'm just saying Bob Barker is part Native American. You don't believe me?
No, I mean, that's cool.
What do you mean? I mean, I'm not saying anything. I ain't saying anything's wrong with it. Ain't nothing wrong with
You
it.
didn't see that one where he came out with the fucking headdress? You didn't see that
Shot
one?
Rod Roddy with an arrow.
He's
Rod
real.
Roddy. Bob Barker just shot me with a bow and arrow.
This motherfucker's going to pull up Wikipedia, and his real name's Bob White Wolf.
I
did not know that.
I'm
Seriously.
not kidding. I was looking up, for some reason, I was looking up Bob Barker facts at some point.
Because, you know, that's what you do.
Well, I can't remember why. Did we? I don't think we talked about it on the show. Is this the first time I've mentioned it?
I don't know if I've heard that like before, because you know sometimes you get like knowledge and then you just lose it because it's so minute in what you got going on in your head. But I want to say this is the first time I've ever heard this.
I'm trying to. I mean, this site does not look
This
reputable.
is the Rosebud Reservation.
This site
So
does
is that
not.
like code for heroin addict?
He's
It's just
part.
he's
part Sioux.
opium den. Sue.
Yeah.
I knew a girl named Sue.
Did you know Bob Barker was part Sioux? Apparently, he lived on the Rosebud.
Fucking David Boy Smith. Rosebud Indian Reservation.
The Rosebud Indian Reservation in South Dakota for a good part of his life. His father was reportedly 1/8 Sioux. So I guess he's what 1/16? Is that how the math goes?
He's kind of far away.
You can see it in him. I love how it's
And high cheekbones.
Look at him. You see it.
He looks like one of them Anutes from Alaska.
Unless his mother was part Sioux as well. It would make. Oh, yeah, I was right. It would make him 1/16, I think, unless his mother. This
This guy's
this
just
article is
theorizing.
just throwing it out there like we were.
He fucking reports like we talk.
Yeah, this is from TVOvermind.com. It's interesting the things that you can find out about people by just looking around the internet. For instance, Barker has been trained in martial arts by none other than Chuck Norris.
Why wouldn't he be a karate Indian? Like,
Oh.
It said he was from a fucking Indian reservation. Like, what the hell? Karate Native American.
There you go.
Okay, why is it not Native American reservation?
I don't know.
Because we didn't want to change the signs.
Right?
Damn. It's fucking federal land. Got to get a grant for that shit.
I don't know why that just. How are we talking about Bob Barker right now?
It was just something that you just said and got interested in.
Although I'm going to laugh at him shooting Rod Roddy with
the fucking
an
arrow. Ladies and gentlemen, Bob White Wolf. You're right, Rod Roddy, you racist bastard. Pow! Then they got a new Rod Roddy
Right.
next week. Go ahead, Wikipedia Rod Roddy, just so we can keep this thing rolling.
You want to know about Rod Roddy?
I don't. Let's get to the show.
Was his name really Rod Roddy?
Yeah, Richard. It probably was. It probably was for real.
You think so?
I mean, why wouldn't it be? Probably like Roderick Benson or some shit.
Robert Ray Roddy.
Huh.
Yeah, that's his real name.
Robert Roddy. Cool.
Yeah.
Or they called him Rod Roddy.
He wasn't the original announcer. The original announcer was named Olson on The Price is Right. Held the role from 86 to 2003. Until his death, and he died in office, basically.
Damn.
Rod Roddy did.
What a way to go, huh? Announcing how much a fucking Kenmore washer was worth.
car!
Hyundai Accent presents its greatest Korean car since the 70s. Excellent gas mileage, and you could be the next owner.
What happened? He had colon cancer. That sucks.
Poor guy.
Yeah, he passed away, and he was also diagnosed with male breast cancer. He
Damn.
underwent surgery and afterwards experienced major complications. Jeez. Well,
Let's get to some jokes again, huh? What the fuck? Damn, I hate that about Rod Roddy,
Yeah.
but we don't do that here.
what, Rod Roddy?
No, all that sadness and stuff.
Oh, yeah, no, we try to move right past that. Speaking of which,
That sucks, man. How do you go from
I was
that?
I was
though?
about to try.
I know, but I felt bad for saying that. Damn.
I'm just thinking about Bob Barker shooting a bow and arrow now in a headdress. The producers are freaking out. They're like, "What the hell is he doing? He wasn't like that in rehearsal."
He spent all night in a damn tent on peyote. Can't do anything, though. It's his right.
Oh, jeez. Yeah. Oh man. I'm only 1/16 fucked up right now on peyote.
No, he goes in to get his little button or whatever they hand out, and he's like, "You only get 1/16 of this." Shit.
Oh man. But no, man, this is our first show we've done in a couple
Few
weeks. Yeah. I was out of
Dude,
town.
I was working a joke in that kind of relates to what you're probably about to say or brag about or whatever you're doing.
Oh.
You are so rich, you've got 2 fucking trash cans. One must be for the house trash, and the other one's for all the goddamn Amazon boxes and shit that you accumulate through the week.
I don't. So the city did this new thing back in August of last
They
year.
accused me of being a business. I had so much fucking trash. I order so much shit.
No, I was gonna say the city did in our town did a deal with Waste Management where we used to have our own trash cans, and then Waste Management would come and they would go to your back alleys and stuff like that to pick it up. And you'd have to take the trash out
Walk
there.
up to your on your property.
Yeah, and they would get it. Now they've made a new deal where since August they give you a trash can. So and it's like this big green. It's pretty hefty, big little sucker of a trash can, and you have to have it on your, like, either at the front, like on your what is it called? Curb. You have to have it's curb access. They will not come to the alleys and pick it up anymore.
Right.
So now you have all these motherfuckers around here pulling a big trash can. You've got like 20 of them sitting in the street. Nobody knows how to do anything. It looks horrible.
No, see, that's where you're wrong. They weren't originally sitting in the street.
No.
Those cocksuckers take the trash out. They pull it to them.
Yes.
Which is off into the street because you set it on the fucking curb.
Yes.
And then they lift it, take the bag, put it in the truck, and
then
instead
roll
of
it back to the
putting it back where they fucking found it, I cut a promo a few days ago because my son came in. He's like, "Why do they keep leaving it in the street?" I said, "That is a good question, Jason. That's a good goddamn question." And then I cut the promo about how, whenever you
teach
find
his ass to ask a question again.
when you find something,
Right.
put it back where you fucking found
Right.
it. Pretty simple concept. Nope. Not if you're a trash man. If you're a trash man, you got free reign to leave all them motherfuckers in the street.
Yeah.
Which is that not?
And y'all were in like a flood area over there, so
yeah.
you're like one good rain and a trash day away from losing your trash can.
Then I got to buy another one.
Apparently, that was the rumor that came out. Like, you lose it or break it, you got to buy another one. And I knew a guy that works for Waste Management. He's like, "Nah, we'll replace it." I was
Good.
like, "Are
Well,
you sure?"
Next
He's like,
time they leave it in the street, I'm gonna go out there and bash it with a baseball bat.
some motherfucker hit it with his truck.
Yeah.
You've got
Maybe you shouldn't leave it in the street next time, huh?
But yeah, so that trash can that's out there next to the big green one that they provided, Josh, was one that used to be in our back alley. It's one I bought like a year before they decided they were going to go with this program, and it's not a cheap trash can. It was pretty expensive.
Yeah.
It was pretty expensive, but I was like, I'm tired of dogs knocking over our trash. I got to get something heavy.
It's like a different color version of what you have.
Yes, it's a it's like
It's
the
a
one
brown, big green one.
Yeah.
Same
Yeah,
shit.
Yeah. I mean, it's the same thing the city gave us. Well, I put trash in it like a week before we left for vacation, Josh.
Mhm.
And right before we left for vacation, I noticed, hey, there's a lot of flies on that one because I had too much that would go. It wouldn't go just in the green one, the one the city gave us. It had to go somewhere else. If you leave it on the sidewalk and a dog rips it up, city won't pick that up. You have to go out and rebag it.
And you know what one of the other conditions was when they were like, look, we're going to give you these trash cans.
Yeah.
But you have to put trash in it and the lid
Has
must
to
close.
shut, which I've broken
must
that a few
close.
times. I've broken that a few times. Well, this one I got the lid was closed, but it wasn't fully closed. You could see the trash bag in it. So I was like, well, I got to do something with this extra bag of trash. So I actually had 2 extra bags of trash, and I put it in that trash can of mine. Do you know those bastards let it sit there? They never even opened it and never got the trash out.
That ain't a part of my job.
Yep, exactly. They looked at that trash can and said, not green.
Mm-hmm.
And they kept rolling. So I had to go out there and transfer it before we left for vacation to the green one. And then I'll like a normal part. I have a hard, like not a hard stomach, but what's it called? What's it called when you don't have a
You definitely don't
you're not
have abs
queasy.
at
Yeah,
this point.
You're not queasy. What does it mean when you have a?
I mean,
You know what I mean. You know
you're-
what's the word I'm looking
we
for
used
here?
to say, he ain't no pussy.
No, well, I guess you could say that too, but I don't have a, what is it called?
A week.
A weak stomach. I don't have a weak stomach when it
Like-
comes to.
You pondered on that?
I couldn't think of the word, and you wouldn't help him. Now I think it's something about salt. I don't know. You were no help over there.
I
Hey,
gave you
pussy.
the word.
Yeah, a weak stomach. I don't have a weak stomach, but if somebody did, they would have vomited because it was like there's no telling what was in that trash. Probably like old meat and stuff like that. It smelled horrible. But yeah, I transferred it over there. And between them doing that and the freaking post office, man. Did you see my
I did. That's some crazy stuff.
So
But as many transactions as you have with the mail
I
service
do have
and
a lot.
you know,
They're going to eventually lose one. Although I'm really hoping
it's
they don't.
just odds.
I've got one right now, man. It's been stuck in Indiana for 4 days, and you know what it is?
The feds got it.
No,
They know.
it came from England, Josh. If that helps you,
Oh, okay, mate. Or bloody bloke.
yeah. It
What are you
came from-
doing with England?
It was the only place that I could find with a reasonable price for an Elegante Galoob action figure.
El Gigante.
Yeah. So I was going to have Elegante, and I ordered him like, I don't know, 3 weeks ago. And he's been in Indiana for 4 days now, and I'm nervous as hell that he's either going to
Somebody's found him.
either A, he's not making it here, or B, it's going to be broken when it gets here.
They're just like, hey, come on, bud. It had insurance. I don't give a
It
fuck.
didn't have insurance. Cause
I used to be that way with collectibles that
Yeah.
I would trade with and sell and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, look, I know I need this much insurance, but I can't replace this.
Mhm.
You know, I just can't go buy another one.
No, I mean, there's probably like what, a few thousand in the world.
Well, I mean, the thing about it was, like, they were sold in England.
Yes.
It wasn't like
You-
one
and
you would find on the shelf here.
Right, and if you find it here, it's going to cost an arm and a leg to get it because everybody paid the shipping. Shipping was almost twice as it was like almost double the price that I paid for it.
Yeah.
So I paid close to $100 for this figure.
Man.
I didn't want to. That British pound it's deceiving on the transfer rate to $1.
That motherfucker's thumping.
I was like, $35. That's, oh, wait, 87. Oh, no. So,
no, it's an actual pound.
Yeah.
Like a pound of money.
Pound of dollars. Well, a dollar don't weigh that much.
You're right. Like a pound.
But I was, man, I'm hoping it gets here. But that's like, I ordered stuff for we went to the Renaissance Fair last month, and I ordered a shirt for it back in late April. Because we were going late May, and I was like, okay, that'll give me time
Richard and Julie, Scottish Forever. One of them, airbrushed.
Yeah, it was airbrushed with the swan heart type thing. Yeah, I ordered a shirt, and I didn't know it, but it was coming from China. I was like, great. And,
so it'll be a size small.
Yeah. No, I knew that it was, they said, these are the size. They gave you the dimensions and, like, what you should wear and everything. So I was like ordering like a 12X shirt.
So they're having to cut out from a fucking shower sheet and shit.
Yeah, so the shirt was supposed to be here within 3 weeks. After 4 weeks, and our event is the upcoming week, I called, I made a claim, like a lost package claim. It was like, supposed to be here a week ago. It's not here yet. Where's it at? The next day after filing the claim, I get it. And I'm like, okay, they probably found it, threw it in the mail, and got it. Well, 3 days after I get it, there's a call from the local post office saying, hey, Richard, I don't want you to worry. We found your package. And I was like, oh, great. Yeah, I've got, and they were like, we're going to send it out your way tomorrow. And I'm like, well, I got it 3 days ago. I'm interested to see what you have found. So they were like, huh, well, that's odd. We've got the tracking number right here. We've got it. And I was like, what is it? If you have my permission to open it, tell me what it is. And they were like, well, we'll just let us do some more digging on it. We'll call you back. 3 days later. Mind you, this is after the event. Well, this is like the Monday after we got back. They called me and they were like, hey, it was a scam. I got the product. What do you mean it was a scam? They gave you the wrong tracking number. No, I got the product. It wasn't wrong. It had the right number on it.
They could not believe that their process had failed.
Some son of a bitch didn't get their shit, though. Bobby was following that tracking number, and he's like, oh, I'm going to get my shit today. And then all of a sudden, some woman at the post office said, got it. So, yeah. The other thing I ordered was a game that was supposed to be here yesterday. Went from all of our mail codes to Memphis, and then you have to cross your fingers and pray that it makes it out of Memphis most of the time. So if you got a package, unless it's an Amazon package, Amazon will get that shit here quick. But like anything from eBay that goes through the postal service, you have to cross your fingers and pray to God that it gets through, because things just get lost there sometimes. Well, it went from Memphis, and it's supposed to stop off in Jackson, and miraculously, it was just in Nashville. Just scanned in Nashville, and I said, how much do y'all want to bet that this is going to go back to Memphis before it gets to me? And it arrived in Nashville. This is what the tracking says. Arrived in Nashville Friday. Departed Memphis on Saturday. So somebody didn't scan it in and scan it gone from Nashville to Memphis.
Right.
And no one scanned it in Memphis. They were just like, get it out of here. Go, go, go. So I'm probably not going to get the game until like another 3-4 days, probably. If it makes it out of there. They said it departed Memphis. So
probably get it Monday.
If then, who knows? It's just,
well,
it's
Amazon's the
frustrating.
only thing that runs tomorrow, Richard.
Yeah.
So
Now UPS I think runs too.
I always see the mail person
Yeah.
working, delivering Amazon.
Yeah,
Why aren't the Amazon trucks delivering Amazon?
I've,
They got unions now.
the
It's different.
the greatest part is like when you get something from Amazon or somebody like that, or you order something from eBay and they're like, "We're sending it UPS," and you're like, "Thank God it's going to get here," and you're following the tracking and it's like transferred to USPS. You're like, motherfucker.
That's what happened to international shit. Like something I had from China, like they were sending it like through Orange Connex. That's the company with them.
Orange Connex.
Yeah, it's a big ass shipping company.
Yeah.
It turns out.
Yeah.
But either way, UPS dealt with the fucking it was UPS dealt with the entering into the country and all that shit, and then they took it to the post office in like Virginia. And then it became the post office shit.
Yeah.
But I always dealt with a UPS tracking number. It was fucking weird.
Yeah, that's the way they do it. Like the Elegante figure had 3 tracking numbers.
Yeah, strange.
Like, it's very strange. But so are we gonna call this person?
Well, who is it?
It could be a dead end, Josh.
You haven't talked about it yet.
It could be a dead end.
Tell these people what exactly the fuck are you talking about?
So we got this phone call to our show line at some point this Wednesday this week. And, well, we can play it, Josh. It's just a robot voice.
This is Jenny Long. This is a notification call from our Department of Tax Debt and Financial Settlement Services. There are new programs that can help you reduce or eliminate your debt completely. It is possible that your tax debt can now be considered temporarily non-collectible. You can call me back at my personal desk.
They left a number.
Oh, and it's Jenny Long's personal number. So
we don't have a plan for what we're going to talk to them about, and we don't even know if they're open. I mean,
I think we can think up some shit. That's what what are we going to say? Well, I said, whatever your first instinct is, it's probably going to be right.
Well, I'm going to call, and the first thing I'm going to do is ask to speak to Jenny.
Where is Jenny?
We were told to speak to Jenny Long.
Well, first of all, there's 2 of us. So that's going to be weird.
I got my best friend here. We both
because we're throwing in on the call.
He's shit when it comes to finances too. So
I don't know. Like, okay, we could be married.
Yeah,
we could be husbands.
Or I said earlier is like you could be my handler.
We could do that.
Or we could just be friends that both have shitty tax debt, and we're trying to both, like, I called my buddy over here. I was so excited about this. I'm going to guess either A, they're not going to answer, or B, they're going to hang up immediately.
Well, let's see. Okay. I think you shouldn't just speculate. I think we should see.
How about we just trade off? How about we just act like there's one person here?
Well, that's no fun.
And then, like, I'll talk a sentence, you talk a sentence.
Oh,
yeah, it's kind of
like that.
You know, like you told a story. You know, like when you do that thing, it's like you got to say 3 words, and this is how once upon a time, and then you go.
Yeah, whenever
there
you
was
stop, I'll pick that.
Yeah. So you'll get a sentence. I'll guess kind of the way we do interviews here.
Yeah.
All right, let's call this number, Josh. Let's see what happens.
Gotta unmute it.
Oh, you have reached the Central Processing Center for back tax negotiations.
Right,
I am a virtual assistant that can help direct your call, but let me confirm some information before I transfer you to your assigned counselor.
Right, let's see what they say.
If your answer is no to any of the following questions, please press 1 to be transferred to a manager and put on our do not call list. Do you believe that you still owe more than $5,000 in back state or federal taxes?
Yes.
There are programs that have been established to help stimulate the economy. Okay. We may be able to help force your tax debt into a settlement which can reduce or eliminate your tax debts. If you qualify, please press 2 to be transferred to a counselor. If you do not qualify...
Foreign accent?
Oh, definitely.
Thanks for calling. If you are ready to discuss your tax debt, please press 1.
I'm ready.
If you don't owe taxes, we won't contact you again. But if you have any questions, press 2 for a live agent.
Oh, we got to have a live agent.
Oh, I hit the wrong one.
You going first or me?
Me.
Okay.
I don't think they're going to answer.
It is the weekend. Should hit 2 for that live agent.
I don't want to start over. What kind of ring is this? It's annoying, isn't it?
Well, that sucks.
It's like it rings every time we talk.
Maybe hang up.
I'm gonna just let it ring in the background.
See how long we keep listeners,
Yeah.
or see how fucking diligent or
Diligent.
resilient their phone system is over there.
Yeah.
Please hang up.
All right. Do you want me to call back and just see if they
Hit 2. This
hit
time.
2 instead? Wonder why they have that.
Hello, you have reached the Central Processing
What did we
Center
hit,
for
1
South
first?
Tax Negotiations. I
Or was
am
it
a
2?
virtual
I think it was
assistant
1
that
then
can help
2.
direct-
It was 2.
Thanks for calling. If you are ready to discuss your tax debt, please
Yeah,
press
it was
1.
2.
If you don't know taxes, we want
We need that live agent, Richard.
Here we go. I don't think it's gonna. I think 2 rings with 1 at the same place.
Same desk. Oh shit!
I'm gonna mute it just in case they can hear us, and they're not answering because of that.
Uh-oh. I mean, don't.
Hold on. Oh,
What the fuck?
that doesn't make any sense. Why did it stop ringing?
Well, this sucks.
Yeah.
I feel like we gotta find somebody to call now. Pick one of the. What's the name of some of them other scandals?
Well, here's the thing, Josh. They did call from a different number than they gave us.
Well, then let's call that one.
Okay. Let's see. Paste. But I feel bad because I feel like this is just going to be some guy named Greg. You know what I mean?
Oh, they
Like-
cloned his number,
Yeah.
and we're gonna fuck his bars visit up this weekend.
We'll call. We'll see what happens. I'll talk. It just hangs up immediately. So, oh well, worth a shot, huh?
I guess.
No payoff.
Fuck.
What? I miss being able to record phone calls. I bet you because it is a weekend, there's nobody in that call center.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They've stole all the week's worth of money.
Yeah.
They're out partying now.
Uh,
They got a show back up Monday.
yeah. So how was your week, Josh?
I mean, just hotter than shit. You know.
Hotter than a $2 pistol?
Hotter than a hooker's doorknob on payday, son.
Oh, damn it. That didn't work, did it?
Hotter than a $2 pistol.
And then you hit the mic too, trying to struggle for it.
Masturbate.
That's what you should have been doing.
Oh, damn it. My microphone fell out.
Oh. Oh, damn.
What'd you do?
What are you doing?
You did a new case for that.
You are cutting me off here.
I didn't do anything.
Style, class, and elegance.
Dude, I didn't press stop on that.
Oh, I didn't do it either.
I saw
How
your
am I
finger
going to
move.
do?
I saw your
was
finger
turning.
move.
I was turning your volume up. I have no control over the iPad that's in front of you, Josh.
Well, I
can't
got
stop
two
it.
wires plugged into it. I know what one of them does.
Uh.
What's the other one too? Yeah. I get you. Oh, you gonna go to sleep for the show? They ought to be marching. They ought to be in fucking cages.
Fuck this shit, man. I'm gonna cut this shit off.
What is this? What does it say? Country Sisters, Let's Twist Again. That looks like clickbait, doesn't it?
It is, and you've fallen for it.
Because it's just a leather-clad female in camo pants. With
It
the
looks
side
like
boobage.
females from TNA wrestling back in 2006.
But she's like in the thumbnail. She's got the major side boobage going on. So it's like why you would click on it, right?
No, absolutely not. Maybe nude yoga, yes, but not this shit.
They still have nude yoga? Surely not.
Huh, it's Pamela Anderson did a country album.
That's what it looks like. Would you listen to this?
Absolutely not. I'd watch it.
How much you want to bet she's yelled at some guy named Randy before?
Oh yeah, over a stolen cigarette.
Yeah.
Definitely.
She looks like the type. All right. We can kill that.
She got on 2 belts. See that?
Can you trust somebody that wears 2 belts?
Absolutely not. Especially one that's, I don't know. I mean, it looks like some kind of fucking new age Mad Max bullshit, but I don't know.
Like, they're all wearing 2 belts in this video.
Everybody can be champion, Richard Lee.
Oh, Becky 2 belts there. And they've all got like a weird, is that a henna tattoo?
I feel like, yes, that is the, like if you were a stripper in the 90s, that's the tattoos that you would get. Or if you were like a female action star in a B movie in the 90s, like, I guarantee you, she could have starred in, she did a better job at Skyscraper than Anna Nicole Smith. I mean, look at her. She's got way more charisma and all that. Don't you think?
I'm trying to think who she looks like. She kind of looks like a cross between Pamela Anderson and
Jessica Simpson.
Yeah, and with a little bit of what's her name, the female comedian that steals every joke that she tells.
Amy Schumer.
Yes. She kind of.
Oh, she's a comedian.
Yeah.
I didn't know she was funny.
Yeah, I did. That was a joke that I heard this past week, Josh, and I meant to open the show with it. But what's better than roses on your piano? What's better than
roses on your piano? Is
What's
it some kind of witty bullshit?
No. What's better than roses on your piano?
I mean, I don't know.
Tulips on your organ. Good times. Well, Josh, if you want the good times to keep going,
love it.
We suggest that you buy a shirt. And the best place to buy that shirt is tinyurl.com/P3RadioTees. Or just buy a random damn shirt, I guess.
Go to fucking JCPenney's.
I'm feeling
Support
bad.
them. They're failing, right?
I'm feeling bad. I need a shirt.
Maybe go to Walmart. Get you a shirt.
Get 10-pack. Them thin-ass shirts.
Ones that rip off you like gift wrapping.
Yeah. But if you don't want to do that, if you want to go get something that's going to support us here at P3 Radio, Josh, and they go over to tinyurl.com/P3RadioTees, what are the shirts they're going to find over there?
I think they're going to find that 80s style tee, that ECW-like t-shirt, Freddy's Front Yard Slaughterhouse, the Ray J Soda Can, and so many more t-shirts. tinyurl.com/P3RadioTees. That's T-E-E-E or E-E-S. Just 2 E's, not triple E. But hell, throw another E in there, see what the fuck it gets you. And then back it on back to the double E. P3 Radio Tees, baby.
I'm fucking confused now. That's right. tinyurl.com/P3RadioTees, the home of P3 Radio merchandise.
That's right, I'm sad and blue, cause I can do the boogaloo. I'm lost, can do my thing.
Wonder if that boogaloo's electric.
Give me that thing.
Huh?
Wonder if that boogaloo he's talking about is electric.
Maybe.
Sing it one more time.
This is Gimme That Ding by the Pipkins. This is terrible.
Well, you ain't doing that bad at all.
Ain't as good as the one I was going to pick.
You're right.
What was you going to pick?
No use, no.
Something not very much better than that.
Oh, you want to pull it up?
Yeah, let's switch in the middle.
Let's switch it. I don't care.
Don't go too far. That's what you do. While you look around,
I feel like I'm at a fucking prohibition bar. Hey, let me get that bourbon. Make sure they don't see. Give me that ding, man. Give me that ding.
This was their only hit. They were on, I heard them on Sirius XM's One Hit Wonder station this week. So this was their only hit. Can you imagine explaining to people what was your hit? Well, we talked about, we sang about that ding.
Give me that ding. I sung it in an accent so it don't sound like me right now. You wouldn't even know it was me.
You'd honestly think it was Louis Armstrong.
My actual name's Gary Russell. I ain't even a Pipkin.
Why did
Sure,
they sing
you
it?
had a
Why
hit.
did they sing it like Louis Armstrong?
Fucking Wolfman Jack or whatever his name was.
Well,
Oh,
you
man.
think she was digging you, but she was digging him.
So, do you think Vince McMahon's going to leave the company?
What?
What?
Absolutely not.
I was hoping, dude, I was hoping that there wouldn't be any kind of like revelation last night on SmackDown because I wanted to talk about this before we actually.
That was just.
He came out and was like, basically, hey,
We are together
we're together
now.
in this. We all paid that woman hush money.
Maybe that's what he's trying to say.
Yeah.
We're all guilty.
It was your
pal.
money that paid him, pal. So Vince McMahon is being investigated
he
by
was-
his own board
I
of
mean, what
directors.
are they doing? They just. I mean,
Sounds like they know already.
Yeah.
But they're launching an
they
investigation.
have to like do the smoke and mirrors shit.
So hold on, let's explain what's happened, just in case no one. It made CNN. People have heard about
It was
this.
an article in the fucking Wall Street Journal, man. Everybody knows at this point.
But the WWE board of directors are looking into Vince McMahon and his $3 million hush money payoff that he paid to a mistress that was a paralegal that worked there.
But he sold Vince McMahon that money situation.
Yeah.
All right, now look, pal. I'm gonna give you $1 million up
Yeah.
front, and then the next $2 million will be paid off within a number of years.
Yeah.
In installments. He didn't even give the bitch three.
Hold on.
I don't know what.
Hold on.
I don't know the situation.
Paralegal. He didn't give the paralegal full $3 million.
Okay.
He agreed to give her $3 million over time.
Okay.
So
We're not victim blaming here. We're not
I don't
victim
know if there
blaming.
was a victim. If they had a consensual relationship,
I think it's just it's kind of like
you can't NDA and come to a settlement on a rape case, Josh.
Right.
That's illegal. Like
Yeah,
you
I
can't
get
do
you.
that. Like it was a consensual
I
relationship
think-
between him,
I think-
apparently Johnny Ace.
Yeah, but I think the big deal with the whole thing is it's kind of like there's laws put in place to where, like, you know, if you're somebody in like a supervisor role or a management position,
I don't know that that's a law.
Oh, I mean, this like there's things that they tell us at work,
Like policies, yes. Like you can have work policies where you can't date your subordinate.
Well, yeah, and
can see that.
like the thing about it is like you can't use your position of power to intimidate or like make anybody feel like they need to do something for you, whether
Right,
it's
right.
sexual or
Right.
anything
No, you
like
can't
that.
do that. No.
But I think that's kind of like what they're trying to imply. Just for, she worked and she was on $100,000. Then she started the relationship.
And then she got bumped
and then
up.
she got bumped up.
Her salary doubled.
100%.
Right.
Boom! Within a year, she must. Never mind.
But
there are
where's-
so many jokes I want to say.
Where's the line though, Josh? Where's the line where you're like, you're having an affair with somebody and you want to bump them up because, hey, I'm in a relationship with that person. Let's give them more money. You know what I mean? Like, where's the line that it's like, well, no, I'm going to bump her up, I'm going to double her pay just because she's getting this here. I could see, but where is the line,
Well,
because, I mean, technically he could go, no, I bumped her up because she did a good job and we started a relationship.
He could say that.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure he did.
But, I mean, where's the proof?
He's like,
You have
sign
to
this
have-
NDA.
Yeah.
Don't talk about shit. Like, how are they talking about it is what I want to know.
So, the rumor I heard was her friend spilled the beans.
Well, then she violated the NDA.
Yeah, she told. Yeah, she's not getting $3 million.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
And she'll be lucky if she don't get sued for the $1 million that she had.
That's what I'm saying,
But
man.
here's why the WWE's looking into it, because they have to look and see if it came from company funds.
Yeah, it's a publicly traded company.
Yes. So that's where he could get into a pickle. Technically, though, if it came from his pocket,
it's his money,
it's
but
his money.
like the payroll money.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
I think that's
illegal. We need somebody to talk to that knows the law.
Well,
but I think if he's pulling money out of the, company funds to pay off.
Well, that's the thing. From what I understand, the hush money was Vince's personal money.
Yeah.
But the actual salary bump and all that
Yeah.
was, oh shit, my soundboard just did a big, did a screenshot and then went away. Now it's back again. It's fucking weird.
I saw the light in your face. It was like a lightning bolt. Yeah.
Seen it reflect off my glasses.
Yeah,
huh?
I mean, that's the thing, man. Like,
But that bump in salary, it's like, why did you do it? And obviously,
well, he honestly, he could have done it for anything. She just could have been good. Like, at
yeah,
her
you
job.
think?
She's
She's good at something.
I want to say though, it's the wrong time. Like I told you, I sent you a message. Like, check this out, and the first thing you said was, "Dude said the N-word on national TV," and I was like, "That's a great point."
Yeah, and people still try to bring it
Yeah.
up, and it don't work.
No, it just gets shot down, which is crazy.
I told somebody at work that I was talking to about it. I said Vince McMahon is the human South Park.
Yeah.
Anything he does, like whether it's fucking extreme or not, it's like it gets talked about a little bit, but then it's just like, it's Vince.
Yeah.
And then that's it.
Now he did say it in the context of a performance. You know what I mean? So it was a character that said it. It wasn't like he was just.
You're talking about what they said like in the programming meeting or whatever. Mr. McMahon
Yes.
will appear.
Yeah, and
tonight,
he'll
blah, blah,
say
blah. Yeah.
no, and he'll say the N-word, not Vince McMahon, the chairman of WWE.
Oh, I thought you were
You know
talking
what-
about like what they said about him
no.
coming.
Because Steve
last
Austin said it in The Longest Yard.
Right.
That was a tense moment in the theaters.
Oh,
Watching
I bet.
that. Did
Oh,
you
dude,
ever-
I went to fucking Django.
Oh yeah,
dude, that was weird, you know, because
It always
you
takes
had
you
all the
back.
white people like laughing at some points.
Oh,
It was fucking weird, and that was 2012. You know,
Yeah.
it was still. I'm just looking around like I am in the fucking bottom of the barrel at this point. I am nervous.
But yeah, I mean, I'm like you. I'm not 100% sure that unless he got caught doing something illegal and they force him out, because he still has all the voting power.
He
You know what I
can't
mean?
be forced out. It's his company.
Yeah.
And he's unlike Ted Turner. He hasn't signed away anything.
No,
he
no, no,
hasn't
no.
let anybody dupe him out of anything.
There are things that they can do to make him resign. I mean, it's kind of like what he's done. He's stepped down now as
He's only done that temporarily until
Yes.
this is all over.
Yeah.
But that's voluntarily.
yes.
Like
That's what I'm saying. I feel like they can put pressure on him to make him step down.
they've already reported he cannot be fired.
No. He'd have to do it voluntarily.
Exactly.
Um,
and he'll never do that.
Yeah.
No matter
I don't
what.
know,
Just
man.
like the
I never
way,
thought he would drop down. I never thought he would resign
dude,
temporarily.
he signed it over to Linda back in the day. He's already done that before.
Which you can see why they want an NDA. You know, Linda knows. Like this isn't the first time he's done this. But with a
you
PG
don't know about Linda?
What do
You don't know about Linda?
What do you mean?
She hadn't lived with him.
Oh,
in
yeah,
years.
I've heard
like
that.
she's got her own house in Florida.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Like she lives there now.
But if you're running a PG product, it's kind of like you don't want it out that Vince is just hammering employees. You know what I mean? Or tag teaming them with a fellow employee.
Fucking the head of talent relations.
Yes.
That's not good.
Oh, yeah. I would say it looks worse for the head of talent relations that he was relating to the talent.
Dude, you already know all the jokes and everything before, though. Like, the joke was he'd pick up a Victoria's Secrets magazine to figure out who he's going to pick next.
Right.
And he'd always end up getting with the one that he wanted.
Yeah.
You know? Which is creepy, but that's with any kind of business, though, if you think about it, at some point or another, it's just lasted a little longer in certain facets of business. But it's kind of a lot worse whenever it's like those family-run startup deals. It's not obviously WWE is a corporate environment, but it still ran like a family type deal where if you're McMahon or associated closely with them, you can get away with murder. To a certain extent,
right?
But. It's wild, man. But
I know
I
stuff
never ever think ever,
Right.
ever, no matter what, unless that man goes and shoots somebody in the fucking head in the middle of the street, and there are cameras that get it on camera. Like,
Right.
you know,
There's cameras that get it on
cameras. You get it on camera.
Did you get that camera? I sure did. I got it all on my camera.
Camera 1, did you get that camera 2? I did. Good. But seriously, unless he murders someone and everybody sees it, like, he's never going away. Vince is the big roach, man. He will never go away.
At the same time, though, you have to, and I'm like, I'm 50-50. I think this could go either way. At the same time, because I think 50-year-old Vince would fight this tooth and nail. You know what I mean? 70-something-year-old Vince.
Tell me
might
why
not have much fight.
78-year-old Vince went out there. Obviously, he was baiting people to watch SmackDown.
Right.
Because
Oh,
that
yeah,
was the
that's
big deal.
all
Mr.
it was.
McMahon will be alive tonight. And he comes out and he literally says the company tagline, then, now, forever. We are in this forever together.
No, together, yeah, is the most important.
Together. Blah, blah, blah.
Then I heard,
and then he throws the goddamn mic down and walks out.
Right.
Like, what the that is bizarre.
He got a huge pop, too. And a lot of people, there was a lot of people, Maria Kanellis came out and was like,
yeah, I seen her tweet.
Yeah, she was like, how about we have some reverence for the victim? And then she got lambasted by a lot of people going, there was no victim. It was a consensual relationship. But, I mean, that's the day and age we're in, though. Everybody, there has to be a victim,
There
Josh.
is a victim.
There has to be a victim.
Well, I mean, that's what I'm saying. I'm really hesitant. Like, I felt bad when I said this bitch. Because, honestly, I do believe that it's one of them. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
Because there are certain situations where women will just throw themselves at you.
Well, I
if
mean,
they
if
know
you're a
that there's
powerful
an
person,
advantage.
yes.
You know.
And especially in the wrestling business.
I've seen it
Yeah,
in the factory business. I'm telling you, it's a real deal thing. But like,
hey, you on the generator line now, huh? That's an extra $2 an hour. Let me suck your dick. What? What'd you say?
It ain't that far fetched.
Earl, get out of here. I done told you no.
Man, it's weird. It gets weird.
But I mean, I've seen it in wrestling too.
I think it's just that position of power.
Yeah.
And more than
Monica
likely,
Lewinsky.
either A, she moved in on him trying to, get whatever she got and then told the wrong person, or B, he honed in on her.
Yeah.
Because
he did that for sure.
You're thinking like really, Vince is like an old guy, man, and he's did everything, been around the world fucking 18, 20 times.
Yes.
So, honestly, I think it's not like a unfair assessment to think that he might have been predatorial.
Yeah.
In that,
I'm saying this. Who was the guy that was in he was a serial killer that
Ted Bundy.
Ted Bundy got caught for, what was it, a tail light?
Mm-hmm.
It's always those little things, those small. Like, you might not get taken down by a federal investigation.
Well, he
into
let
steroids.
a girl get away.
Yeah.
She ran out of the car and then
Not Vince McMahon, Ted Bundy.
Yeah.
And I thought it was a guy that got away.
No, that's Dahmer. The Dahmer's the one, he was the cannibal.
Oh, yeah.
And then the guy got away.
Yeah.
And then
They
went
brought
to
him
the
back.
apartment. And then they found all the heads
Yeah.
and all that shit. But
yeah, Bundy got taken down by a tail light. So it's
Yeah.
always those small things. It's like, for Vince,
it was the one that got away that
yes,
positively
You're
identified
focusing
him.
mostly on Bundy, and I'm trying to get back
Like
to
you
Vince.
that honed in on that 2006 disaster.
I'm trying
shit.
to say it's the small things sometimes that get you kind of fucked up. And
Well,
Vince,
that slit ain't but maybe 3 inches long.
Let me finish my damn statement.
Well, split tails get you every time.
Well, yeah, that is, what's the old saying? It's the bitches that'll get yous. I've heard that before. Anyway, no. Vince survived. What is it? The steroid trial
Well,
that he could have went
first
to prison.
it was Snuka.
Yeah. Well,
That
if they
fucking
really
disaster.
wanted to dig, they could find a lot of dirt that shows that McMahon is not the best person in the world.
It was Snuka, then the Ring Boy shit.
Yes, he
then the
survived Ring Boy-
steroids right after the Ring Boy shit.
Yeah.
Or Ring Boy shit was going on during or right before the steroid thing.
Yeah.
And he
the Ring Boy shit was they had people that were fucking ring boys that were underage.
Apparently.
Yes.
And like they fired Mel Phillips and Terry Garvin.
Yeah.
Terry Garvin School of Self-Defense.
So anyway, so yeah, you had that.
Steve Lombardi, I understand.
Well, let's be
graduate.
honest, like listening to Beyond the was it Dark Side of the Ring, and they were talking about the trial for wrongful death for Owen Hart.
Yeah,
where he was trying to get the trial moved to Connecticut, where you couldn't sue for monetary damages in a wrongful death.
Yeah.
It's like what
sleazy man.
Yeah, there's a lot of things, and then he settled it. So there's been a lot of things that he has just avoided.
He bought out,
and it's a woman that he had an affair with.
But
and here's the thing.
Today's different, man. Today is a different day and age.
And he's honestly came out and said publicly that he has admitted to having affairs before. Like, why is he not admitting to it now? You know what I mean? Like,
I think it's because of the hush money. Like, he doesn't want to admit that I
Like,
just
why
wanted
is he
to pay this woman to go away.
Right, but why is he paying off somebody right now? That's the part where I'm like, what did he do? You know what I mean? What does she know? Like, what would she be capable of saying that he's like into? Like, maybe Vince got into some weird stuff, like when he got older.
Candle wax on the nipples, fucking bondage and shit.
Right. He's coming
making
out
him wear a gimp mask. Yeah. Where do you think I got the idea for demolition at, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not gonna tell anybody, but I'm gonna hold that dog bone in my mouth, and you're gonna peck me. Damn it!
And he's like, she's gonna puke. She's gonna puke
all over me. Yes.
Make it look like a Cosby sweater, bitch. He makes her eat Fruit Loops before she comes over. You never done that?
No.
Oh, damn.
Cosby sweater.
Yeah.
I've
That
heard
was a
about that
sexual
before. Yeah, I've
deal.
heard about it before.
I think I created it.
No, it's been around for a long time.
Dude,
It was on.
In
it
2011, I sent a message to one of, you know him too,
Yeah.
but we were talking about deals or whatever, and no, it was yeah, I thought I created that.
No, you didn't.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm positive.
We've talked about thought that we created wrestling moves with wrestling figures, and then we found out like, oh no, fucking Devin Storm's been doing that on the indies for like 9 years.
You remember when I was a kid, I thought it was like a big thing, and I did a shooting star press with one of my figures, and I was like, yeah. Well, how you think of that? That's pretty cool, huh? It's like, well, Billy Kidman's been doing that. They've been doing it in Japan for a while.
This has to be some shit that
Look,
2006.
Yeah.
It had to be something that I read at some point and then just took for my own.
Yeah. I'm
well, I
positive.
convinced a few people that it was my shit.
Because you're a fucking liar, Josh. Yeah, Cosby sweater is the sexual act of eating Fruit Loops, Fruity Pebbles, Tricks, and Blueberry or any other brightly colorful breakfast cereal, and then vomiting and the tacky drizzling mixture onto the partner's chest. The result should look similar to an incredible sweater that Bill Cosby wore during the highly successful 1980 sitcom The Cosby Show. And here's an example of it used in a sentence. Nicole was overjoyed to receive a Cosby sweater for her birthday.
I bet she was. Oh, well, I didn't make that up, apparently.
By Nicole and Eric, September 11th, 2006. So, no, you're like 5 years off from taking credit from this. That'd be like somebody starting P3 Radio now and going, we started a podcast.
Well, they started a fucking barbecue joint, so, I mean...
They did.
They did.
That's so weird.
It is weird.
I saw somebody, who was it that had that posted? As
Gene.
Yeah, it's like P3.
It was a sponsor.
P3 barbecue or something.
He's in Mississippi, North Mississippi, but yeah, he's got sauce and all kind of shit.
I wonder what it stands for.
I don't know. Maybe we should call him and ask him. What do you think? Maybe he should have been the one.
It just rings and rings.
Like, oh, fuck. I know that number.
I want to order 7 shoulders and then fuck him.
He stays up all night cooking it and shit. Damn. Spends time away from his family.
Yeah. It's going to be the big one, honey. Leave me alone.
And we're like,
well, guess what, motherfucker?
There can be only one.
we bankrupt him by ordering 7 shoulders every week and not paying for them.
He's not very smart. He just keeps fucking recooking them.
Once he's gone, we'll go through the yellow pages and find everybody with P3s. Get those protein
It's
portable
them
packs.
protein
next.
pack motherfuckers that I'm gunning for. We'll start with the smaller guy first.
Yeah. Get the mom and pop businesses
I like
first.
barbecue. Hell,
I do too. We ended up liking it.
I was just fucking,
Having
we'll
to
just
go
go
down
there.
We'll just go buy the 7 Shoulder shit.
He fucking carnies us and makes us buy into the shit and
Yeah.
then bankruptcies
Next-
himself. Makes out like a damn robber.
Then next week you'll hear, and after you go pick up a shirt, guys, go over to P3 Barbecue. Get you a pork loin for only $14.95. They're gonna give you the beans, the rice.
And then beans, you got them barbecue all mixed up in it.
Yeah.
That shit's good.
Yeah. Also, talk to them about a pulled pork sandwich. You'll be pulling your pork from the excitement of a pulled pork sandwich. That's P3 Barbecue.
You'll get so full you'll want to fuck a hog to get out.
P3 Barbecue, Mississippi. Tell them P3 Radio sent you.
North Mississippi.
Well, he was all I could do. Oh, man.
Let me at this point make a clear-cut scientific statement.
I do not support that barbecue joint until we get a cut.
Well,
No,
Josh,
I'm just playing. I don't want to get no heat.
Here's something Vince should have thought of. And let me ask you a question. Not to get too personal here.
Go ahead.
Was any of your kids conceived in a car?
Far as I'm aware, no.
No. Look at me again. See me winking at you here. Was any of your kids conceived in a car?
I mean, I've dropped a few kids off in a car. No. Potential ones.
I need you to answer this on the record, motherfucker.
Oh, yes.
Okay, good.
All
good,
three
good.
of them, yeah.
Mine was too. And here's why I said that, Josh. Geico has been ordered to pay $5.2 million to a woman who got HPV from car sex.
I've seen that. Is she not well, no, I'm not going to bury the lead.
So we're barely more than a week in. Oh, this comes from autoblog.com, by the way. We're barely more than a week into June, and it's already a banner month for weird car sex stories. Apparently, that's what Autoblog does. I had her in the back of this El Camino.
If you thought last month's feature was weird, check this one out.
This week's comes from way out of left field, which is somewhere in Kansas City, apparently. Thanks to a ruling by a Missouri Court of Appeals ordering insurance juggernaut Geico to pay a woman $5.2 million in damages after being infected with HPV during intimate activities that took place in an insured person's vehicle. And it says, "Look, we warned you." Like, really? Is that where we're at? Like,
I mean,
this is going to open up so many precedents, for people to go,
it'll
look.
be like the fucking. So apparently, in June of 2001, Kansas City Supreme Court ruled that you can get herpes from a car and be liable to pay if you're an insurance company. Now, so like if you're Geico, do you take these motherfuckers seriously?
I mean, if it's a court ruling, you have to.
Surely they can appeal and.
Oh, yeah, they're going to appeal.
They ain't paying these motherfuckers no goddamn money yet.
Per the Kansas City Star, the woman initiated a claim with Geico in February 2021 after learning she'd contracted the sexually transmitted infection from a partner who knew but did not disclose his status. Since the incident in question happened in the partner's car, she argued that it was his liability insurance responsible for damage.
Now, if it was his penis that infected her vaginal region,
yes,
then why would it not be his health insurance?
Yeah, I mean, that seems like it would make more sense.
Because it was his vessel that infected her vessel, not necessarily the vessel that he was driving.
A settlement was offered by Geico, whose lawyers declined. A settlement was reportedly offered to Geico, whose lawyers declined. Why were they? Oh, maybe they were trying to offer a settlement to her.
$500 million. Geico's like, no, we'll take it to court, bitch.
Yeah. As anybody who's had legal entanglements with an insurance company could probably guess, The case went to arbitration. And I would have thought this would have been one they could have won, Josh. You know what I mean? Like, like the insurance company, I feel like they should have won this, honestly. He blew my back out, but we didn't have any kind of wreck.
Well, if there was no rear end collision. Well, there was a rear end collision. There was. But not what you think.
We crashed into each other a few times in that one sedan.
Randy was hammering like hell on the back of my rear end.
And
But-
what? Oh, go ahead.
But either way, I'm not sure that this particular article, tells the whole story. But
Well, let me finish reading.
Is this the end?
Yes,
like
I
right
think
here
s-
where it says that way.
Yes. So, in what we're certain was a surprise to Geico's legal team, arbitration did not go their way. The woman's partner was found liable, and the arbitrator approved an award of $5.2 million in damages to be paid out by the insurer, despite requests from Geico for a new
Damn!
hearing.
Oh shit! So they're
insur-
just like, no, bitch, you're paying the money.
The insurance company appealed to the court on several grounds, claiming that the process denied it the ability to have its day in court. The company's appeal was denied on all points. For anyone who's ever emerged from arbitration feeling that the process leaves something to be desired, this time it's an insurance company who feels that way. So they've already appealed.
So
and it
I
got
think
denied.
there's some insider shit going on here. Like the judge is going to get a cut or something like that. But do you know what I read in another article? This woman's occupation, she's an escort.
Oh, really?
So yeah, like what the fuck?
I know I'm an escort.
Were you infected on the job?
But let's just say I was also in an escort. And I can prove it. How did she prove it? Somebody said, how could it be proved the occurrence was in the car? And someone said, A, we do not require matters of absolute proof in insurance like this. We do in matters when someone is being tried for, say, a capital crime like murder. So, like,
She's
for
like
a civil case.
No, she Bill Clinton's their ass. She's like, I have the syphilis stained red dress that I had on in that Ford Escort.
Yeah, your insurance company usually will have to accept your word for it under penalty of perjury. So yeah, it's like you don't have to have proof.
They thought that. So if you can bullshit enough,
I mean, if you're willing to roll that dice that they don't have a way to 100% say, no, we saw her get it right over here. You know what I mean?
No, I was in the country. There ain't no cameras over there. You don't know shit.
Right.
Yeah, it happened there.
Yeah. If unless you're 100% sure that they can't find out that you're lying, I mean, because if you're lying, then you get hit with a perjury charge. Can't lie under
If
oath.
it's your word against them and they wasn't there and you were, I mean, I don't know. I think she might win this one. I don't know. I was thinking that there's no way she's gonna win at all.
Kick something. Oh, my toe.
I was gonna say, are you passing a kidney stone?
I kicked this hard ass desk's leg. Oh shit, it hurts.
Kind of makes you rethink buying redwood, huh?
Oh, I think I broke my toe.
Deal with Richard.
You get fucking injured.
Oh God.
God damn it, baby, no, I ain't lying to you. I'm only gonna tell you one time.
You're a dead man.
Amen.
And so you think that you goddamn got the right to do me this way, motherfucker? No, you don't.
What was the one you were playing before we started that made us laugh? Just out of the blue.
Oh, let me look down here. It's on the bottom. I don't like my Randy shits on the bottom for some, and then on the top for some of the other ones.
I will get excited and try to kill you.
This
With my dick hanging out. And I'm proud of my dick. It's bigger than most.
There was another one too. I can't remember.
That was it. That was the one I was talking about. I'm proud of my dick. It's bigger than most. Like, how many dicks is Randy
With
judging
my
this on?
dick hanging out.
Oh, man.
There was another one. I'm sure of it.
No, that was the one that we were laughing about. You hit it like 2 or 3 times, and we laughed every time. But yeah, I mean,
Look at me!
I guess that means, Josh, there's a lot of things that you can claim that happened in a car. That's what I was saying. Like, you claim Geico owes you liability for, pregnancies or whatever.
Oh, dude.
That's what I was saying.
I'm pretty sure TennCare already footed that bill. So. That's been, hell, from the last one, it was 15 years ago. Hell, more than that when she first got pregnant. So, that's a long time ago, man. I ain't getting shit.
Yeah, you start the lawsuit, she gets all the money. That would piss you off, wouldn't it?
Be my luck. Kind of how life worked out, huh?
Thanks, Josh, for all the money.
Do it over, fucker.
Hey, who you gonna leave that to if you die? Like, all of a sudden, mysteriously. Just a question, really.
Not inside of a car, though. You know how that shit works.
Right. Well, do you have any stories there? I think there's a few stories. Oh, an update. They were able to salvage some stuff from the time capsule.
Let me tell you something. Unless they released a bullshit image of whatever, that when they opened it, there's nothing salvageable in that. They might have, like, hey, look at that. That's a fucking Coke bottle. They might have labeled some shit, but how are they salvaging anything to be displayed to the public after all that mold and shit that was all over it? You've seen that shit.
I'm trying to find it, but
like
they did.
A goddamn house fire was in that son of a bitch.
They did, and I showed Chris Peterson. He was here this week, and I sent him the link, and he just thought it was hilarious too. Who we had a few people call us about or send us a message talking about the time capsule shit, and I was like, dude, that has got to be like the most unintentional, funniest thing I've ever seen. I did see a Facebook post where they did have, it wasn't a lot of stuff. It was the stuff that you saw that was in okay shape, like the message in the bottle, and like one of them was like a license plate.
Must have had some fucking Tupperware shit in
Yeah,
there.
I mean, it wasn't a lot of stuff that was saved, but they did salvage some stuff. But that was by far one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life. So yeah, just a little update on that. So, Josh, do you have a story that you want to read? You've got
There's a
couple
bunch
here.
of them up there.
Which
Why
one
don't
do you want to
pick
do?
One? Why don't you pick one? You tell me what you want to do.
What's this?
So this one tickled the shit out of me because we're just talking about WWE and Vince McMahon and all that in this day and age, and what can happen, what can go wrong. Mm-hmm. And I read this tagline and I'm thinking, there's no fucking way that this would happen.
Right.
Like
I
here now.
Yeah.
So the tag this is from the New York Times, mind you.
So before you read it, like, I know you said that, like, there's no way. Like, sometimes you read these articles and you go, what in the fuck were those people thinking? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Like the things, it's like, well, company picnic ends horribly when, and they say something, you're like, why the fuck were they even attempting that? Mandatory hot air balloon races goes awry. 14 electrocuted. Like, why did you have that many? First off, why was it mandatory?
Right.
Second off, why'd you have 14
If we're going to
people?
do this, we're going to do it as a team.
Why'd you have 14 people in that wicker basket flying above God and everybody?
Oh, shit. Like eye level with guys. Like, what y'all doing up here? Shit.
I'm just going to blow you back down there.
So the tagline is walking on hot coals. A company event goes wrong. You fucking think?
Randy's on fire. Randy's on fire.
Oh, shit.
They threw the 100 proof on him.
Walking barefoot across hot coals, an ancient religious ritual popularized in recent years as a corporate team building exercise. I wish. I fucking wish.
You sitting there rubbing your hands together. I'm going to phone this motherfucker and get some money.
I wish that my fucking company would tell me, you need to do this. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll
Only thing
fucking fuck one leg up.
Only thing that's gonna make it better is if it's in the back of one of them's truck. Then I'm gonna get their insurance company too.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be double paid in this bitch. Workman's comp plus goddamn Geico. You're done, bitch. But like a corporate team building exercise.
It's just dumb. All right, next up, we're gonna bungee jump. Y'all get your asses up there,
dude. My mom, she told me she used to work at it's Stanley Black & Decker now, but it was Porter Cable back in the day.
Yeah.
They used to go to those fucking like woodland retreats and shit and like do those trust falls.
Yeah.
I swear to God.
I have never seen trust falls just work out right.
No.
I have, like, we used to do them at the old church that I went to.
Big girls always went, let me do it first.
No. We used to always do it like for like youth activities at like churches and stuff. Yeah. And I remember they used to tell people, take your hands and put them together and fold them in front of you. So that way when you fall,
you're already praying.
But no, it's like this. Like you take your hands.
You're already kind of looking like.
Kind of reverse them into like a really screwed up double axe handle.
Why?
Because when you fell backwards, if your hands were interlocked around over your chest, you wouldn't reach back and knock the shit out of somebody.
Cool.
And guess what? The first thing that would happen, they'd reach back and knock the shit out of people. There was people with chipped teeth, people with black eyes. It never went well. And if you did catch them, guess what? If you're holding your arms out like this, like Red Rover style, holding hands with somebody, and they hit your arms and you're holding on, you're going to headbutt the motherfucker in front of you.
Let some of them have some fucking big-ass belts on and shit.
Right.
Like with the damn loops and the like eyelets in them, the middle eyelets. Fuck your arms
It was
up.
never a great idea.
But yeah, the trust fall is still a thing, evidently.
Yeah.
And just like walking on hot coals, apparently. Like,
I've never heard. That just sounds like a bad idea.
So, like I said, this was... in recent years, as a corporate team-building exercise, has once again bonded a group of co-workers through...
Physically.
Yeah.
Burn and graft their skin together.
It has, like, legit bonded them. The shared suffering of burned feet.
Oh.
In the latest case of the stunt gone wrong, 25 employees...
All right, hold up. I'm not going to victim blame
25!
But when 24 of your colleagues... have all said, Randy, I don't think you should do it. We've all got fucked up feet right now. Fuck it. I ain't gonna be the only one at work Monday.
Like after the first one, you're like we talked about before. He just being a pussy. And after like number 3 of the motherfucker, goddamn, you're like, damn, maybe I shouldn't do this.
Look at the blisters. Oh, come on now.
It's just red from the heat.
Y'all just
I know.
Y'all just ain't got tough feet.
Oh God! But there were 25 employees of a Swiss ad agency. They're just a fucking ad agency, man. Why do you need to be doing that shit? Trust falls and walking on hot coals.
I know what their new ad is. Hot coals. Fuck that.
No, they ain't gonna be able to afford no new fucking advertising. Right. They're gonna pay it all on the doctor bills in Switzerland.
They were doing this on a fucking Tuesday evening too.
They had to go work for 3 more days.
Switzerland knows how to party. They're doing this shit on a Tuesday.
So,
got the club going up on a Tuesday.
25 employees of a Swiss ad agency were injured Tuesday evening while walking over hot coals. They had to do this shit after work, dude.
Right?
Like, I know usually the day ends.
If they put in an 8-hour day, those feet had to be stinking too.
Oh, my God. They probably lit up even more from the sweat.
Like when you cook bologna and it starts firing up.
From the wet. So, yeah, we're going to need everybody to be out there at fucking Henley Park tonight. Why?
Maybe we should wash our feet before we do it.
You can't put them in the sink. That's unsanitary. So they were walking over hot coals in Zurich. Officials said 10 ambulances, 2 emergency medical teams, and police officers from multiple agencies were deployed to help. Like, dude, Was it this like a fucking mass thing going on? Like, I'm gonna need every one of you sumbitches from the office
Yeah.
to immediately all at one time simultaneously.
Did they all have their own personal bed of hot
Yeah,
coals?
like you got your little 4-foot section that you got to conquer, and if you can conquer it, you get a raise.
One instructor up there. I told y'all that was too damn hot. Y'all all got your coals too hot. You don't want to walk on them before they get white. We ain't barbecuing. Fuck.
But how? I mean, like you said, after number 3.
Yeah.
What the fuck? So
But
are they
24.
doing it? They're all doing it at the same time.
Maybe
And
so. Maybe they just had like one large, like, massive line of hot coals.
And by the time number 1 got to the end, 25 was already halfway
Starting,
through.
yeah. If one would have not
And-
taken his
and one-
sweet ass
Damn, I
time.
think y'all should just turn around.
We're already halfway. Fuck, that'd be the same thing.
Like a fucking barricades where you can't get off. You just got to make
That's
it
what I'm
through.
saying. Like, most of the time, you're like on just like a grassy area. And you just step right off of
dip
them.
on out.
Yeah.
But yeah, apparently they Novocaine the feet or something. I don't know what's going on, man. What are you doing?
I'm going to look up a video on hot coal walking.
Well, it's not like. Well, this insurance company here, they've been listening.
Yeah.
Chaos is my name. Or Mayhem.
I'm Mayhem. And I just fucked over a woman in a car.
I'm Mayhem. And I seen that woman having sex with that dirty dick.
Oh, this is Mythbusters. Fired up for fire walking. And they did it with like
Shoes on and shit.
But yeah, this is usually what they do.
So he could just dip out on the side.
So far, the numbers predict that anyone can do it burn free.
This one bitch was like
However,
doing.
There's only one way to find out for sure. So a hop, step, and a jump cut later.
They did it on Mythbusters.
We've had a lot stupider ideas than that.
I want to do something.
It's the moment.
I want to do
we,
something
if
wild
not
with that
Gary,
redhead.
Grant, and Tory,
Yeah, I think
have all been
that's
waiting
always
for.
been a.
Those coals are all red.
I'd walk through hot coals to get to that
No
slip,
turning
huh?
back now.
Well, that was misogynistic. wasn't it?
Yes.
A little.
That's how she'd be.
Moments to psych herself up. Adrenaline shooting
Why are they
off the
letting her
scale.
go first?
Carrie makes it across safely.
Oh, I guess
And
because
finds
women
her
and children
feet
are first,
on
right?
Right.
It's doable. That's doable.
Yeah.
For their tiptoe into
That's
So
her
how
po-
did they do
That's
it?
her pointing at my wiener. It's doable.
Make sure you clean your feet with the kerosene, right? Is that the Scottish accent?
Well, they're from
Yeah.
Switzerland.
Oh, I would Scottish. What did I say Scottish? Yeah, use kerosene to clean your feet. Yeah.
Don't be a pussy. Like they had 10 fucking ambulances, 2 emergency medical teams with an S, that's plural,
Yeah.
and police officers from multiple agencies were deployed to help, according to the Zurich police. 13 people were briefly hospitalized. Like, dude.
That means they
Can
went
you
there and they gave
imagine-
them burn cream and
Can
wrapped
you
them up.
imagine the water cooler talk at this fucking ad agency on Wednesday morning?
Where the hell is everyone?
Where's everyone else? Yeah, you missed the coal burning, right? The what?
You see,
It's a good thing you called in yesterday.
why ain't there new handicap spots left here? It's like 4 people double parking.
Everybody's
all
on
3
some
of 'em.
fucking like rascals and shit.
Yeah.
Like fucking.
What the hell's going on in here?
Why are those fucking scooters everywhere?
Why does it smell like a burnt Cheeto in here too? By the way, we very much regret the incident.
No shit.
That's what it says, and we are doing everything we can to ensure that our employees get well again quickly, so we can brand their asses.
So we're gonna make them sign NDAs and give them all $2 raises. Fucking Mickey Frank, thank you so much. The chief executive of the company, Goldbach, they company name dropped these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Goldbach said in the news release, the company declined to provide more details of the event. No shit, I would keep a tight lip on that fucking disaster as well.
Right.
So you allowed members of your company that you have on your company insurance.
Almost want to say you made them. You made them do it.
Oh Oh God! The sense that walking across burning coals requires a special interstate has motivated its transformation from a mythical spiritual tradition into a capitalist self-improvement project. Is that not just some like what the fuck are they saying here? Like capitalists have capitalized on this.
They're saying like basically it's a motivational tactic.
Right.
It's like next year, how about we just hire a speaker, motherfucker?
Let's get Tony Danza to come tell us to do better.
I mean, Tony Robbins.
Danza would be better.
Both of them together.
Tony Robbins and Tony Danza. Look, I think you fucking do better. Maybe call a few more people. You know, you're just calling like 2 people a day with your fucking ad self. You know,
maybe don't walk on the coals.
You know, maybe next time you say I'm a little concerned. Angela, I can't even wear my fucking shoes. What the fuck?
Why is he turning into something really weird here?
Dude, it's Tony from New York.
The accent was...
He's from New York.
It was going to not Tony Danza, but just typical, stereotypical Brooklyn man.
Okay, well, it's the same thing.
Yeah, pretty much. Go ahead. Finish your ad.
Finish my ad. So, either way, the practice appears to have emerged separately thousands of years ago as a religious tradition in various places around the world. In Greece... Yeah, it's telling about what all they're going to do and talking about burning churches for some reason, like seemingly unrelated traditions. And
shit. Go down 2 paragraphs in your sense.
It has become a trope in movies and on television, notably as the signature group activity at seminars led by Tony Robbins, the life coach
Tony Robbins.
And motivational speaker. So Tony Robbins.
So what I said about having Tony Robbins come in.
I think you've seen a Tony Robbins deal before.
I did not. I just figured he was like the most notable motivational speaker I could think of.
Well, Tony Danza's mine.
Now let me show you how to walk on fire, Robbins likes to announce.
Dude! Do you notice what they're doing here?
What? They're trying to throw Tony Robbins under the bus.
They're just slandering Tony Robbins, and like he ain't got shit to do with this.
Right?
Like, what the hell?
Damn Yahoo News.
What the hell? Like Tony Robbins ain't said boo to a goose about anything with this shit.
He hasn't said what?
He ain't said a fucking thing.
Boo to a goose?
It's an old country.
I've never heard that.
Either way, he ain't said shit about shit, and they're like, yeah, Tony used to do it.
Yeah, Tony did it, y'all.
And Tony's like, I ain't said shit. Yeah. I've been retired, hell.
Why does Tony sound like he likes to keep people in
Kentucky.
a pit?
He's from Kentucky.
I ain't said shit.
Again. All right, again, you hold again.
He organizes he organizes long lines of people to walk across a short row of burning coals while leading participants in a blood-curdling call and response of saying, "Say yes!" and yes! That's where Daniel Bryan got it.
Maybe that's where things got fucked up, because apparently they were trying to walk on a 50-yard line long of coals.
They did something wrong, that's for damn sure. Sometimes it says the purpose of the firewalk, he explained at a 2000. They're even saying shit that Tony said. Like, what the fuck? This is a company that went rogue in Switzerland.
Unless the company, the EMTs were like, where'd y'all get a dumbass idea like this? Tony Robbins!
Tony Robbins! Very motivational, y'all. Like, what the fuck? The purpose of the firewalk, he explained at a 2017 event, is just a great metaphor for taking things you once thought were difficult or impossible and showing you how quickly that can change.
Except in this case, where it was like, nah, y'all should have known your limits. Now y'all don't have... Is toe prints a thing? Because if they are, y'all don't have them anymore.
You see how all your motherfuckers driving all them scooters and shit now? You shouldn't have took for granted all that walking that you were doing before. See, you need to appreciate some shit. That's your problem. Thank you, Goldbach. You fucking brought me a new lease on life. Sometimes the metaphor gets a little too real. Dozens of attendees who walked on Coles at Robbins seminars in 2012 and 2000. This has already happened. In 2012 and 2016 were injured, some hospitalized with third-degree burns.
I wonder if that's on YouTube anywhere.
Oh my God, this motherfucker is going to look up Tony Robbins coal burning feet injuries within the last 10 years. Oh God, injury. There you go. Tony Robbins fire coal walk. Goes horribly wrong. There we go.
Which one?
Number 1. It's got over 1 million views.
Oh, this might be the same one that we were just doing.
Walking barefoot across hot coals. Even
that Oprah?
Oprah has done it.
It
It's
is?
a ritual for thousands of followers of famed motivational guru Tony Robbins. But something went wrong at a fire walk in Dallas Thursday night. More than 30 people were treated for burns.
As many as possibly 6 people with
Why are
burn
you
feet.
laughing?
This has already happened. Dude,
this is 2016.
this has already been a mass thing.
Yeah.
And then you're just like, well, maybe we'll do it better in Switzerland.
Yeah.
Maybe nobody will get hurt.
I spoke to Melissa Serow, who posted this photo of her burned
Oh.
and blistered foot.
My feet were on fire.
Yeah.
They took a water hose and they cooled them off like they did for everyone. But then the blisters and the burns were just overwhelming.
The
Pause
burned
it.
feet of other victims
And I think Tony Robbins owes me some money.
Right. I think that's where this is going.
look even worse.
Oh,
Melissa
my
also
God.
took this photo of the makeshift emergency room set up to treat the firewalk victims. Your
They
feet
had,
are
to,
burning. What?
they had to get them their own wing of the hospital.
Yeah.
Look, we need to get some barriers around this shit. This is an event. We're going to subcharge all you cocksuckers. What's going on here?
This
Why
is
all y'all do that?
We're only like a quarter of the way through this video, too, Josh.
What is going through your mind?
Why did I do this? Why did I drink the Kool-Aid with all of these other people? This was an idiot decision to make. I felt that I was smarter than that.
Cell phone video shows the multitude of fans who were attending the motivational conference as they worked themselves up to do the firewalk.
Yeah, usually
It's
you got
supposed
to
help
work
them
yourself up to
overcome
do some
their
shit like
fears,
that.
according to Robbins' promotional video. I can do
I
that.
just want to see the guy walking across it real slow going, shit, 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 shit. Everybody else burning shit. You know how, like, I walk out.
Damn, is this normal? Dude's like halfway, holding his foot. Is this fucking regular?
He jumps
Is this
up,
regular?
he grabs his foot and falls over in the cold. Shit. Well, you say lay down in it, damn it, Randy. Get up.
But he's halfway,
Right.
So like it takes a minute for somebody to get to him.
He panics and just stands there. Ah, shit. I mean, yes. yes. Get off it, Randy. Hit him with the stick.
Throw him off fire.
Walk on fire. What else could I do? Video posted on
Good
social
Lord.
media
Dude,
shows the
Pause it. That does not look like the video that Tony Robbins just showed as a promo.
No, that's how they start it. They put the coals there and
I
they
was gonna
put
say, that-
wood on
that's like
top of
logs.
it. Yeah, they put wood on top of it and burn it for hours.
preparations being made for the Dallas Firewalk. The vast majority of people made it through safely and posted photos to celebrate.
That's victim blaming right there, Josh.
They're all like, "Yeah, we're so cool. We did it."
We didn't burn our feet like those 27 to 50 other assholes.
It was like 30 for this one.
But witnesses claim the hot coal line
Look at
was
that.
backed up.
That
Pause
looks like fucking lava.
to what Tony Robbins showed on his promo spot,
Yeah.
that is like 10 times the amount of coals. They're like Texas. This is from Texas, correct?
I think so, yes.
Yeah, they're Texasing the fuck out of this. Like, oh yeah, well hell, they just had a little pussy ass firewalk. Yeah, we got a lava fucking flow.
If you looked at this picture, it's from Inside Edition. It looks like lava from like
It's
like
really
Mario
wide.
Brothers. Yes.
And if you were to just walk down the middle of this son of a bitch, if you tried to bag off to one side or another, you're burning a hip.
Yeah.
If you fall, like it's that wide.
Because too many people were taking selfies.
There was someone in front of us and someone behind us on their cell phone taking selfies.
The first step I took, I was burning. And the second step I took, my other foot burned. And so I don't see how anyone could possibly take a selfie while walking on hot coals.
Pause it. So it was like a 30-foot walk.
Yes. If you take one step on and you're like, no, no, I'm
Then
telling
you do
you right
the other
now.
one. That's even worse.
I would take a step off.
Well,
I'd say,
maybe-
hey, where's Tony at? And when Tony come over there, I'd deck that motherfucker. Fuck you, Tony. Fuck you.
I'm cutting the fucking spot, Tony. Jesus.
Yeah, I need to talk to Tony right now, motherfucker. Right now.
What we gonna do next? We gonna give ourselves the circumcisions, Tony? Why we hurt ourselves?
Free your penis.
Yeah.
Free it from that foreskin prison. It's a team building exercise.
Right. Let Janet from accounting do the trimming.
Spokesperson for Tony Robbins is defending the firewalk in a statement. Someone not familiar with the firewalk observed the event and called 911.
Wait, no, you can't
That ain't what they said. That ain't what that woman just said.
Somebody, listen, they're trying to say that,
That
it
ain't what
wasn't,
that woman
it
just
wasn't
said.
the people from the event. These were people that burned their feet from some other incident.
They made their shit too big.
Yeah.
I gimmicked my firewalk.
Oh, here we go.
Reporting hundreds of people requiring medical attention for severe burns. Only 5 of 7,000 participants requested any examination beyond what was readily available on site.
So you assumed that there was going to be injuries.
Right. Look, we didn't have 30. We had 7, okay?
There's 5,000 people.
So
I mean,
did they
you know,
just say, I want to
numbers.
listen to that again. Did they just say basically, that didn't happen?
Tony said, your numbers are bullshit.
Yeah, that didn't happen. I'm positive.
They did not close down a wing of the hospital to treat these people.
I want to listen to this again.
Statement. Someone not familiar with the firewalk observed the event and called 911 erroneously, reporting hundreds of people requiring medical attention for severe burns. Only 5 of 7,000 participants requested any examination beyond what was readily available on site.
So they're saying that there was hundreds of people, but there were actually only 7. Those hundreds of people were actually the loved ones. They're like, damn, my brother's just burned his feet off. And then his wife.
It
and
wasn't
then his
like he
kids.
called the cops.
There may have been like hundreds of people associated with each other in the ER, but it was actually only 7 patients. Good God, Tony. How about let's not walk on fucking coals, man?
Oh, here's your Switzerland story, Josh. Do you want to see it? It was from OBC News.
I don't even know what that is.
Here we go.
Dear guys, serious news. Hot coal walk leaves 25 injured in...
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It's the accent.
Switzerland. 25 people have been treated for burns in northern Switzerland after they walked across hot coals as part of a team building exercise. 13 of them were taken to hospital and treated for more severe...
There's a woman
There's
in
just-
the background, and she's just like tapping on her phone, like, "Oh my God!"
Yeah.
She's making this face, like,
This
"Oh
is
no!"
OBC News is they just have a B-roll footage of a woman like reacting to like an odd story. For like the past
Injured
2 minutes.
incident on Tuesday evening, a large emergency response, including 10 ambulances, arrived at the private event at around 1800, that is 1600 GMT. The group walked over a bed of coals that was several meters long.
Pause
and
it.
fell
I can't listen to that anymore.
Several
Meters.
meters long. You know, like a couple is 2.
Yeah.
Several is more than 4. Right?
I would assume. How
so
long is
we're
a
talking
meter?
like over 12 feet.
Yeah. Which is about how long the Tony Robbins one went.
But goddamn, they wasn't doing it as thin as Tony. And like, dude, you know just as well as I do, when you're grilling out, right?
You don't flip the meat with your feet.
No, it's not only that. Like, say you're just grilling for you and your old lady, right?
Uh-huh.
Just you two. You're only gonna put, like, if you just got two okay sized steaks, you're only gonna put so much charcoal to cook those 2 steaks.
Right.
You don't put the whole fucking bag of charcoal in the grill and wait for that big bonfire to die down just to grill your 2 steaks.
Right.
It's not necessary. So I don't think it was very appropriate for them to have like a lava fucking flow pit, like as wide and as big as they had it going on, you know, to do their team building exercises.
Right. What is this? It says Miriam firewalk accident. Guy trying to act like he's going to walk across and they're holding him.
They're going to Irish whip him or Indian whip him.
Oh, shit!
He's like, my fucking feet!
He's dancing now. He's going to do it again? Is he saying, oh, shit?
He ain't cooperating, that's for
No.
damn sure. They're trying to Irish whip him. You know.
How long is this video? Oh, shit! Oh, shit! 3 of them fell in the pit.
Good God! That man's got a family!
had a family. That was so.
What did we watch?
I think
What
we
was
just.
the
I think we
problem
just
here?
watched 3 guys fall into a fire pit.
Three guys fucking melt themselves were their fucking oddities for the rest of their life.
I don't know what that was. I don't have a clue what that was.
How many views has that got? Go up. Just go up a little bit. It has only got 3,000 views, almost 4,000.
Muharram firewalk.
I think we've
accident.
sourced a local Indian fire incident, and not like Indian here, Native American. Excuse me.
But if you just
but
type
India
in
over there,
why don't Why don't firewalkers burn their feet?
they do.
This
They
is
actually do.
Apparently, all you have to do
Is run.
These guys are running. Oh, and that guy fell headfirst into it, and he is
He's on fire.
Well, he gets up. He gets up. Oh no!
He Titus O'Neill'd that
He
shit.
did right into it, and then
it
the
look
coals fly. He looks like, oh shit! I just fell in. One guy, that guy. Look, hold up. This guy goes to help him, right? Hold on. He steps on hot. Look, his foot is on a hot coal right now.
He's like, oh shit!
Look, he does. He jumps. He goes to help him, right? Without thinking, he steps right on some like individual hot coals, and watch what he does with his feet. He fucking jumps.
He's like, God damn!
He jumps a couple times, and there was people that went after him. Look, he got up and he had him stuck to his shirt. Oh God.
We need to have a P3 radio
you go fuck
team
yourself.
building exercise.
Yeah, we can bond over the fact that we ain't doing that shit. Like, what would they have to do to convince you to do some shit like that at your job?
Oh God! I mean, like a fucking $50,000 check on the other end.
Is that all it take to burn your feet? 50,000?
Shit, ask me on a Tuesday. It might be less. Might be less. I don't know.
How much I own this house?
It ain't much.
Yeah.
So might not be very much at all.
Oh man. Well, Josh, I don't think we're going to do anything better than that. But if they want to follow us on social media or give us a call, how do they do that?
Well, if they're on Twitter, we are at P3 Radio, the number 1. On Facebook, Put in that search bar Pop Poncho, Poncho, and you'll see our photo. And if you want to get with us the old school way, 731-300-6675.
Well, that's going to do it for us. For Josh Barley, this is Richard Mulligan saying thanks for listening and good night.